Hello, history scholars. Mrs. Olson here. Today's lesson is who were the ancient Greeks? So let's begin with the learning target, which says that you will be able to distinguish between true and false statements. So distinguish is be able to tell the difference between, and then you're going to be able to compose a corrected statement. So compose, in this case, you're going to be writing a correct statement if you determined that sentence to be false. So, our lesson is going to be based on the BBC's Bite Size, Who Were the Ancient Greeks? And for those of you who are wondering, BBC stands for British Broadcasting Corporation. So this is a company, a corporation, that comes out of Great Britain, and they create this information for bite size for kids like you who are studying the ancient Greeks. Okay, so let's begin with the entry task. And the idea with the entry task is I want you to put yourself in the shoes of people who are studying the United States, but years from now. So right now we're studying the ancient Greeks, and we are learning what they are known for. What did they create? What did they do? What's so important about them? Well, when people study the United States thousands of years from now, what do you think we're going to be remembered for? What's going to go down in the history books that students thousands of years from now are going to learn about us? So I want you to write a couple of sentences in this space provided right underneath the green entry task and answer that question. So, if I were you, I would pause the video and take a minute or two to write your answer for the entry task here. Go ahead, pause it. Okay, so the assignment again is to use the information in BBC Bite Sizes, Who Were the Ancient Greeks, and determine if these 10 statements, you have to go to the next page, if these 10 statements are true or false. And if they are false, then you are writing a corrected statement. So let's go through and do an overview of what you will be reading and learning about in this website. Okay. Page number 1 is titled, Who Were the Ancient Greeks? So you will see that they actually did not call themselves Greeks. They called themselves Hellenes, and their land's name was Hellas. And I think I'm going to leave it at that so that you can read it. Okay, and if we scroll to the next page, this is telling us a little bit of information that we've already learned, in that the first Greek civilization actually started on the island of Crete, and about a very famous battle. And then Greek enters what is known as the Dark Age, and you're going to understand why historians call it the Dark Age. And then page number 3 is titled After the Dark Age, and so during this period, this is really when the Greek culture kind of explodes. So this paragraph is about the Olympic Games. This one is all about the buildings that they created, very impressive structures, writing plays, establishing a government that is very similar to ours, and then what happened when the Romans took over. Okay, now on page 4, you're going to see this map. And on this map, there are 6 locations, okay? And each of these circles is connected to a specific town or city in ancient Greece. So you have to click on the image or the circle and then read what they have given you about that specific town or location and what has happened there, okay? And then on page 5, this is the very last part of the website. This is how Greece was ruled. So actually, It's kind of like the United States in that Greece had states, but they called them city-states. And a lot of these city-states did not get along, and they actually fought with each other. And then it goes on to tell you that there is actually one guy who was able to control all of Greece, and this is a period of time in which the Greeks were able to expand their empire because they worked together to expand their empire. All right, so that's an overview of what you are going to be learning about. And once again, you are reading each of these 10 statements. You determine if they are true or false, so you put a T or an F in the blank here. And if they're false, then you're using the information from this website to help you write a corrected statement in the space that I've given you below. Okay? Now, I hope you have fun learning about the Greeks, and if you have any questions, please ask. Bye, guys!